Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Pat Cosentino, and this is our head nurse, Lori Cipriani. And we are here today to just give you a little update on the change notification process for potential COVID-19 exposures in our school. We wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page because we have changed our process and we need you to be aware. So you want to start, Lori?
Sure. So as most of you know, I'm sure most of you have gotten a call at some point in time this school year. We used to make personal phone calls notifying you that your child has potentially been exposed to a COVID-19 case while in school or on the bus. But we've needed to streamline that process a little bit. So we have decided to switch over to making it more of an automated system so that you'll get an alert email saying that your child has been exposed and that there's a follow-up email. So you'll get an alert text message, to check your email. And then that email will have the letter that has all of the information in it stating your child's name. If you have multiple children in the school district, it'll explain which child was exposed and where. And this includes the bus as well. And then it will have all the dates of the exposure dates and the dates of quarantine and the return dates. It also explains, like we always do in person, that the child should be tested on day 5 to 7, preferably, and to notify us of those test results when they're in. The new part of this letter, at the very beginning, in blue writing, there's a link for you to click on that is a Google form. And it allows you to, rather than call us with questions or call us to confirm anything, it allows you to go onto that form. And there's a series of questions that you can answer, such as, was your child in school that day? Because occasionally we'll send a letter out and your child wasn't in school on the date of exposure. Or if there's multiple dates, maybe they were only there for one of the days. And same thing with the bus. Maybe your child didn't ride the bus that day because they were sick, or maybe they don't take the bus in general because you drive them in this year. So it does give you an option to let us know that. And then we will reach back out to you. We'll call you and follow up. So if you have a question, there's a checkbox that says we would like a call back from you, and we will reach you as soon as we can. It will most likely be on the next school day if it's over the weekend or on a holiday. But there's ways for us to communicate back to you without you calling in. We don't want the phone lines tied up. A lot of times we're not in school in person to even answer those phone calls. And same with email. You're welcome to email us questions, but if you put on the form that you would like a call back, then we can respond back to you in a timely manner.
Yes, so let me just reiterate. You're going to get a text message that says, read your email. Okay, and the email is going to have a letter that has the exact information and your children's names and the dates of quarantining. And in that email, there'll be a link to a Google form that you can fill out. And you may tell us, my child was absent on those days. That's great. You may tell us, my child didn't take the bus on those days. That's wonderful. You may say to us, my child already had COVID and they're in the 90-day period. They don't have to quarantine. So all of these are specific information that the nurses will handle with you. We ask that you please do not call back the number because it's really a number that is used just to send out the emails at this point, and you're not going to get a real person, and we don't want to just jam up all of our lines. So it really would be helpful if you had questions, fill out the Google form and put it in there. We are working on translating our letters into Spanish, and there'll be a link on tap if you need it translated, and that will help our non-English speaking families. So we're happy to do that. The other thing I just want to mention is we see very little transmission in our schools. What is happening is people outside are in groups of friends, they're having sleepovers, they're at parties, they're having dinners, and that's where the transmission is coming, and then it comes into our schools. So we just want to remind you that it's so important to wear your masks, to stay socially distant, to wash those hands, and to limit those social activities, because that's how the COVID-19 virus is spreading. And we've really been lucky with our schools and fortunate to keep them open, and we really want to continue to do that. I do want to thank our nurses and our staff who have done an awesome, awesome job. One of the reasons that we put in the change notification process is because we were just working nonstop all weekend. Our nurses just going all weekend trying to contact trace, and we're thankful that Karen Files has been able to help us to use Power School to send out messages and texts, and really just read the letter. Everything is in the letter. And then if you have a question, put it in the Google form and we'll get back to you the next school day. So we just wanted to share this information. Anything else, Lori? Did I forget anything?
No, I think you hit it all. Just to reiterate, if your child has had COVID within the past 30 days, or 90 days, I'm sorry, we're getting more and more, we're seeing more and more kids that are now having some immunity. So they do not have to quarantine, just to reiterate, but we do need to know that they had COVID. And that way we'll reach out to you, but they do not need to quarantine. They can continue to come to school. We just ask that you notify us to remind us, and we'll touch base with you from there.
Great. So that's us. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, cosentino.patricia@newfairfieldschools.org, or of course your school principals, our nurses. But let's hope we all stay healthy and get through the month of February, which has given us some weather also to deal with. And just remember to be safe and be kind and stay safe. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.